Your brain is being hacked. Right now. Not metaphorically, biologically. And the people who designed the apps on your phone know exactly how to keep you hooked. It's why you feel that constant urge to scroll, why it can feel harder to focus for long stretches, why Gen Z is calling it brain rot. And here's the terrifying part. It's not just your fault. It's by design. This isn't some conspiracy theory. It's a biological process plus behavioral design. A key brain chemical involved in motivation and reward is being pulled on for profit. Tech companies have spent billions optimizing this. They've hired neuroscientists. They've A/B tested human behavior at scale. They know exactly which buttons to push. But what if I told you there's a way to fight back? A way to reclaim your focus, your motivation, and feel a real shift from real life in just 48 hours. Not 30 days, not 90 days, 48 hours. Stay with me, because the key is something most people never get taught. And by the end of this video, you'll understand your brain better than almost anyone around you. It all started in 1953. Two young scientists at McGill University made a discovery that would change neuroscience forever. Their names were James Olds and Peter Milner. They were studying the brain's reward system. They wanted to understand what makes us feel motivated, what drives us toward pleasure and away from pain. So they did something bold. They implanted tiny electrodes deep into different regions of a rat's brain. They systematically stimulated different areas. Most regions produced nothing special. But then they tried the septal area, a region deep in the brain's limbic system, and something extraordinary happened. The rat didn't avoid it. It came back, again and again and again. It seemed to crave the electrical stimulation. The rat kept returning to the exact spot where it received the shock. This wasn't avoidance, this was hunger, this was desire. So the scientists did something brilliant. They placed a lever in the cage. One press of the lever would deliver a tiny electrical jolt to the rat's reward center in the septal area. The result was astonishing. The rat pressed the lever relentlessly, hundreds of times per hour, thousands of times per day. It ignored food, it ignored water, it ignored the chance to mate. It would press the lever until it reached the point of exhaustion, then wake up and press it again. This was one of the first times science had witnessed the raw, unfiltered power of the brain's reward system. The septal area wasn't just producing pleasure, it was producing obsession, addiction. The rat couldn't stop. And here's what made this discovery revolutionary. They had found the blueprint for how motivation works, for how desire works, for how addiction works. Later, scientists would discover that this reward system extends beyond the septal area. They found another crucial region, the nucleus accumbens, and they discovered that many of these reward circuits are closely tied to dopamine. But Olds and Milner had already revealed the fundamental truth. Your brain contains regions that can override every other drive. Food? Forgotten. Water? Irrelevant. Sex? Ignored. The reward system is that powerful. They had discovered something that would help explain addiction, obsession, and the very nature of human desire. They had no idea they were also discovering the blueprint for how your brain is being hijacked right now. Think about that rat for a second. Because I'm not saying you're literally that rat, but your phone is the lever. Every notification is a press of that lever. Every like, every comment, every endless scroll triggers that same reward loop. The same kind of loop that made the rat press until it collapsed. But here's where it gets terrifying. Your brain didn't evolve for this. For millions of years, dopamine was built for intermittent rewards. A sweet fruit, a successful hunt, a social bond. These were rare and valuable things. Your brain learned to associate dopamine with real achievement and real connection. Then tech companies figured it out. They engineered near infinite dopamine triggers. Infinite novelty, infinite rewards, delivered directly to your pocket 24/7. They turned the lever into something you can press 1,000 times a day. Your brain, in its wisdom, tries to protect itself. it does something remarkable. It reduces sensitivity to dopamine. This is often called downregulation. It's a survival mechanism. Now, the same amount of dopamine has less effect. The things that used to bring you joy, a conversation with a friend, a walk in nature, finishing a project, can feel muted. You need more and more stimulation just to feel normal. This is tolerance. This is the beginning of addiction. And this is what's happening to Gen Z right now. Their brains are not broken, but normal life can feel less rewarding compared to the phone. You might think this is exaggeration. It's not. The data is terrifying. In late 2025, New York signed a law requiring social media platforms to display mental health warning labels. Why? Because the science is undeniable. Because they had to. The US Surgeon General has warned that teens who spend more than 3 hours per day on social media face about double the risk of mental health problems, including symptoms of depression and anxiety. That's an association, and it's serious. Even more shocking, a lot of Gen Z is already saying they delay their own kids getting on social media as long as possible. They know what's happening to them, they've experienced it, and they don't want their kids to go through it. Recent research links addictive screen use to higher risk of suicidal thoughts and behaviors. Not just depression, not just anxiety, suicidal ideation. This is life or death serious. It doesn't prove cause, but it's serious enough to pay attention. This is happening right now, to millions of young people. And it all comes down to reward learning, the same loop these apps are designed to exploit. But here's the thing nobody is talking about. You can fix this. Your brain isn't permanently broken, it's just been hijacked. And the process to reclaim it is simpler than you think. Let me explain what's actually happening in your brain, because understanding this is the key to fixing it. Your brain has thousands of tiny receptors designed for dopamine molecules. When you do something rewarding, dopamine binds to these receptors. The signal, pleasure, motivation, satisfaction. But imagine a city where 1 billion cars are all trying to park at once. An endless stream of notifications, likes, and algorithmic content floods your brain with dopamine far beyond what it evolved to handle. Your brain senses this chaos, so it does something remarkable to protect itself. It removes the receptors. This is downregulation. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain is literally trying to save itself. Now the same dopamine has less effect. You need more and more stimulation just to feel normal. This is tolerance. This is addiction. But here's the good news. This process is reversible. Your brain can rebuild those receptors. This is called upregulation, and the science shows that it takes weeks for deeper reset. But the changes in your mood and focus, you'll feel them for many people in days. The question is, how do you trigger this upregulation? How do you force your brain to rebuild those receptors? The answer is counterintuitive. It's not about willpower, it's about strategy. If you're ready to learn the exact protocol that starts resetting this loop in 48 hours, subscribe to this channel right now. This is the moment everything changes. This is where the magic happens. This is the protocol that's going to change your life. You don't need a 30-day fast. You don't need to go cold turkey. You need a 48-hour reset. For 2 days, you're not eliminating pleasure. You're just swapping it. Step 1. Swap high dopamine habits for low dopamine ones. Instead of scrolling TikTok, listen to a podcast. Instead of gaming, read a book. Instead of binge-watching Netflix, take a walk. You're not punishing yourself. You're retraining your brain to find joy in less intense stimuli. This immediately lowers the flood of stimulation. Your brain gets a chance to breathe. It's the easy part. Step 2. Embrace strategic boredom. This is the secret. For 15 minutes a day, just sit. No phone, no music, no stimulation. Just sit and let your mind wander. This feels uncomfortable because your brain is craving a hit, but this is when your brain starts recalibrating. This is when the magic happens. Step 3. Track your changes. By day 3, you'll notice something. Your focus will be sharper. Your mood will be lighter. You'll feel less anxious. These aren't placebo effects. These are your attention systems adjusting in real time. Step 4. Rebuild your reward system strategically. After 48 hours, your brain is primed. Now you reintroduce rewards, but you do it strategically. Go for a run, finish a project, have a deep conversation. These things will feel more rewarding again. You're teaching your brain to get its dopamine from effort and connection, not from cheap, infinite novelty. You are reclaiming your dopamine. This is already happening. A movement is starting. Gen Z figured it out first. They started calling it brain rot. They started talking about dopamine detoxes. And something remarkable happened. It helped a lot of people. Thousands of young people are already doing this. They're reclaiming their brains. They're getting their focus back. They're feeling joy from real life again. But the trend became a caricature of the science. People started avoiding all pleasure. No music, no friends, no exercise. This is not only unscientific, it's unhealthy. That's not what we're talking about. The goal isn't to live a life devoid of pleasure. The goal is to reclaim your ability to enjoy the right kinds of pleasure. The sustainable joys that have defined human happiness for millennia. Connection, achievement, growth, beauty. These are the dopamine hits worth having. And in 2026, that's becoming a movement. Reclaim your dopamine. That's what Gen Z is doing right now. That's what you can do starting this weekend. The irony? The people who built these dopamine machines, Silicon Valley executives, were the first to sound the alarm. They started taking extreme digital sabbaticals. They knew what they had created. They knew the danger. And now they're warning everyone else. Here's your challenge. Do the 48-hour reset this weekend. Then come back and comment your results. Tell us what changed. How much clearer was your thinking? How much more focused were you? How much lighter did you feel? Join thousands of people who are already reclaiming their brains. And if you're brave enough, share this video with someone you know who's stuck in the dopamine trap. Someone who's struggling with focus. Someone who feels that constant urge to scroll. Someone who's experiencing brain rot. Use the hashtag #BrainResetChallenge so we can see your transformation. Post your before and after. Show us your journey. Because when you help someone else fix their brain, you're helping them break the loop and reinforcing your own recovery. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Your brain didn't break. It was hijacked. But you can reclaim it. You can rebuild those receptors. You can feel joy from real life again. You can focus. You can achieve. You can connect. Reclaim your dopamine. Share that phrase with someone today. Because understanding the science is the first step to taking control of your mind. If you want more stories like this, where we break down the molecules that control your life, subscribe to Molecule Stories, where science meets your life.